There we go. Alright, had to pick the one that works. Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Hoggy and the place to be, representing live on Rib Shack TV. And tonight we're going to slow it down just a little bit. I got into this BattleTech. Sorry, let me take a step back. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about BattleTech. And we're going to play the backer beta for the game that is due out mid to late 2017. It's called BattleTech the Game. Developed by Harebrained Schemes and recently, I heard, published by Piranha Games, I believe, the same publishers for MechWarrior Online. So, anyway, like I was saying, what we're going to do this evening is we're going to slow it down a little bit and have a bit of a discussion about this crazy IP. Now, I was introduced to this IP close to when I was, I'd say, 13 years old, 12 years old, somewhere around there. And we're talking like 89, 90, somewhere around there. And I played the first MechWarrior game on my buddy's 8088. That's right, 8 megahertz for you youngins out there. And it was great. I loved it, and I started to get into the tabletop game. And we'd go to a local bookstore, and we'd bring our 2x6 and our lead figurines that we had bought from the store, and we would play on a table. It was called the Bookmonger. And me and my homie Joe and Pete and Landon and Bobby, we used to do this thing. I mean, we weren't Tri-Lambs, but we were the closest thing to it, that's for sure. And that's Revenge of the Nerds again for you youngins. So I was really excited to be able to get into this beta after pledging enough to get into it. And Harebrained Schemes, they were great. They were working with me over the weekend to make sure I could get into it. Now, I just want to say that this is a disclaimer, man. Just because I played this way back in the day and I love the IP and I think it's one of the most fun plays on technology ever, and I know that that's an AC-20 hanging out of that Atlas's right torso, it doesn't mean that I'm good at this game. I mean, I'm actually pretty crappy, and the only reason why I put up the video yesterday is because I actually won, but that was because I stacked the odds against the computer. So tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to go through this nice and slowly instead of trying to rush all through it and everything. And we're going to, I don't know, maybe I should say pick it apart. Maybe, I don't know. Either way, though, let's get this thing started. I just wanted to make I don't know, maybe a statement about a statement about how I feel about this IP. I'm not just some cat that says, "Oh, hey, this looks kind of cool. I'll pay into it and play." Like, nah. That ain't the case, man. I've been around this stuff since Crescent Hawk's Revenge back on my C64, man. No, that wasn't C64. That was I think I played it on a 386, 286 after the fact when it came out, somewhere around there. Yeah, we're talking IBM personal computer type days, But anyway, yesterday I managed to win one of these things. So tonight rather, we're gonna mess around and see what kind of stuff we can dig out of this thing. I mean, let's pay attention to the little icons over the mechs and try to understand what this game is trying to do, because it's definitely different than the tabletop, and that's completely cool with me. I got no problem with that. I mean, it is what it is. It would be kind of difficult, being from a group of people that have played the tabletop. I understand the difficulties of trying to translate that to a video game as far as the pace and all that good stuff. So, I understand what they're trying to do, and I'm most definitely interested. Therefore, we're going to be here, and we're going to not necessarily pick it apart, but let's talk about what it does in comparison to what we want it to do. I guess that's the best way to explain that. So, I guess we can start out perhaps an even match, huh? Alright, so what are our choices for the map? Got the Alpine River, the Big Lock, Death Valley, River Crossing, and the Stacks. Okay, so both of these are temperate. Death Valley, I believe, is desert. Big Lock is also temperate, and Alpine River is winter. So, summertime. We did the Stacks yesterday, so let's do Big Lock today. And why not a foggy night? No? Okay, now this is just going to be a clash. I'm guessing that 15M translates to what the mechs are worth, and everybody knows, you gotta land some mechs unless you're a clanner, and you got a star, whatever. Not gonna go over the clan stuff, and that's allow me to interject here. That is really a big reason why I take to this so differently, and that's because I started out playing this IP tabletop with 3025 technology. I thought the 2750 stuff was absolutely awesome. I love the tech readouts for it, but I guess you could say the weapons and the movement and all that good stuff, it was a little bit different layout in 3025. It was a lot, I guess, more plain. It was more plain than 2750, and most definitely 3050, and even more so 3055. So all of my Mech Warrior / BattleTech heads can get it. I don't know. I prefer 3025. What do you want me to say? So there's no clans here. This is before Karinsky's children decided to come back to the inner sphere, and this is where I'm the most at home. So no XL engines, no double heat sinks, no ferrofibrous, no endosteel, no LBX cannons, no ultra cannons, no ER, nothing. This is just plain Jane, straight to the point, FASA, bang 'em up. So I guess, alright, let's see, let's flip through these, and based on what we know, let's see, we got a commando with a couple jinners and a hunchback, Shadowhawk, and a tree bucket, as we used to call it, a trebuchet. I think it's got 2 SRM6s, I'm not completely sure. Let's see. Oh, hey. Let's take a look. I didn't notice that you could do switch outs. Let's see. A little overweight. Yeah, if I switch that out for an awesome, right? Well, an awesome's 80 tons, and it's awesome. Now, I had some questions about this, and apparently it just got answered for me. Everybody knows about the Unseen, right? The mechs that closely favor, if not almost identically match, the Robotech whatevers. I never got into Robotech. Please don't hate on me. I'm sorry. I like BattleTech. So anyway, the Unseen, we're talking about a group of mechs that basically were borrowed from Robotech. What are we? Warhammer, Rifleman, Archer, Marauder. There's got to be some lights in there. Most definitely Phoenix Hawk. That's a Veritech fighter. And the Shadowhawk. And apparently they got their business together, because I'm staring at a Battlemaster here, and I'm almost sure a Battlemaster is one of the Unseen. Neat. I was wondering if they were actually in the game, and I did see a Reddit post concerning the fact that you can add mechs to the game that aren't originally in it. At least I don't know if I read that correctly. Maybe I'll go back and check it out, but looks like we do have a list here. So we go from Atlas to Battlemaster Victor, a couple variants, and Awesome, which is obviously awesome. We're talking 3 PPCs, right? Ooh, no, this is the one that's got 3 AC-20s. Cool. And a couple of Ryans. Okay, there it is. Nope, is it? Looking at the loadout. Oh, wait, no, I read that totally wrong. Those are the critical spaces for it. Okay. Doesn't like the nice mouse wheel right there, guys. Doesn't mind it so much on the left, but on the right, bit of an issue. Okay. And this is a beta. Backer beta, I guess. So the BTBB for short. Alright, anyway, back to what we was talking about before. Yeah, the unseen. Alright, cool. So the Battle Master's here. I saw a Shadowhawk earlier, so let's just... Oh, I see. So the drag doesn't work here, but the... Well, what the hey? This thing just doesn't like my wheel. Unless it's paying attention to what my joystick is doing. I'm starting to think that's the case, huh? No. Alright, I gotta start digging up joysticks. See what happens when you got betas? Ooh, hey, yeah. I got some response. Fiddling with one of my joysticks. I don't feel like unplugging it, so maybe I gotta deactivate it before I start playing this. Anyway, let's back up a bit. Alright, cool, so we fixed it. Okay, so Atlas, Battlemaster, Victor, Awesome, Orion, Catapult, Quick Draw, Jaegermech, Kintaro, Griffin, Hunchback, Shadowhawk, Trebuchet, Griffin, Centurion, Vindicator, or Jenner, okay, Panther, Commando, Locust, and the ugliest mech in the universe, an Urban Mech. Yeah, and come on, don't try to argue with me on that, man. Urban Mech is freaking ugly. Ugliest mech I ever seen. But I'll tell you what, one that isn't ugly is a Battlemaster, and well, that's my joystick acting up again. Anyway, it is a little bit concerning that the Warhammer and the Marauder are not here. A couple of my favorite mechs. I love them to death, especially Warhammer. To me, Warhammer is the symbol of BattleTech. Maybe to you youngsters, it might be a Mad Cat, aka Timberwolf, or possibly a Vulture, aka Mad Dog. But again, I told you how I feel about you clan people. No thanks. So if we're going to rock light support, we obviously can't have an awesome. So let's switch this out to something more tenable. Maybe if I could... Well, maybe we'll just do this. Haha. Then go back to it. Yeah, there we go. Alright. I'll take on a couple Urban Mechs, a Hunchback, and a Kintaro anytime with a couple Locusts, a Trebuchet, and a Shadowhawk, right? Actually, I'm going to get spanked, but that's all good. And not only can I switch out the mechs, we checked this out yesterday, I can also switch out the pilots. I think, yeah. Yeah. So based on what they're good at. So let's take a look at Wildfire here. Wildfire is a Spitfire specialist known for taking on swarms of lighter battle mechs. She favors mechs of the walking armory variety, sacrificing mobility for sheer volume of fire. It's funny how that rings true for me right now, because lately I think I've been getting my butt kicked because I haven't been dealing with mobility. I just put my mechs where they need to go so that they can shoot, and I just get them to shoot. Gotta practice that. But for our purposes tonight, we're just going to go ahead and keep the Locusts and rock and roll with these Urban Mechs. So, here we go, everybody. In just 1 second, we're going to go see if we can beat some guys up at the Big Lock and get this thing rolling. Till then, I'd like to give a shout out to my people over at In-Game Chat. I'm going to throw them in for a little bit of spot here, and as we prepare for our battle, see what we can do. Alright, so you guys hang tight. We'll be right back. I can remember which one it is.
Rib Shack TV is brought to you by...
Check out InGameChat.net for all the links to get in touch with us. You can find us on Twitter at InGameChat. You can also find us on Facebook, same way. You can email us, everyone, at InGameChat.net. We are streaming the video show. Search box, type in, you'll be able to find us, and then you can join the chat room live while we broadcast with a lot of other people who are joining.
Okay, so whenever you're dealing with betas, you get strange behavior, and that's what we just got right there. But looks like we're back on track. So here we go. Let's jump into this thing.
Command interface initiated.
Never seen anything like this before.
Alright. So here's my lance. Enemy contact is right there. Ooh, they're really far. Or is it the fog? I don't know. Alright, well. According to Sun Tzu, hills kill. Meaning elevation is an advantage in warfare. So, what if we decided to commandeer that island? The worst thing that can happen, we get our butts kicked. Right? Well, you don't overheat by moving, so let's get going.
Waiting for orders.
Interesting loadout for a Locust, right? 2 LRM-5s and a medium laser. That means they're going to want to run around and just... I don't know. Definitely stay out of sight of the enemy. Everybody, please excuse me. This beta does not have volume controls on it, so I can't turn the music off. I can't turn it up. I can't turn it down. Sorry about that. Just a thing.
I hear ya.
Hey. Same spot for the Locust. Stay. Why not? You know, keeping up with the lore of BattleTech, it makes you wonder. There are going to be any maps where we're underwater.
Yes, Commander.
Because battle mechs are built airtight, they can deal with that. And instead of being fitted with missiles, they get fitted by torpedoes that are comparable to the missiles. At least that's what I remember from me playing back in the day. So I wonder if there's going to be any underwater operations.
Move into position.
I suppose we're going to find out. Okay, let the bad guys move. One thing it does do, it takes control of the camera whenever the enemy does something. Behind my little camera readout up there, well, camera display, I guess I should say, it's got the turns and the rounds. Not too pertinent information, right? Alright.
Yep.
I wonder if the bad guys are going to just take a direct approach.
Position
I
confirmed.
also wonder, because my Shadowhawk has jump jets, can I get it up on that hill right there? We'll find out next go around. Does my tree bucket have jump jets? I don't know. Alright, whatever. Bring him around to LRM-15s though. I think we might want to keep them on the hill.
On my way.
I guess what my plan is well, ew, that Locust is in a bad spot.
Standing by.
Essentially what I want to do is just hill hop as opposed to island hopping. Get my guys on a hill entrenched in cover. Alright, cancel. Yep.
On my way.
Perfect. Well, no. Not really. He's definitely not where I want him to be.
Hey, Commander, I got something on sensors.
I got something on sensors.
Found another bad guy.
Okay, this is where the party starts to get real crazy. Yeah, oh, awesome. Thankfully so, I can put this locust back on the hill.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
I'm totally ready to lose them yet. Alright. And... Puppy, pump a pair of LRMs at him. Yeah, 55%. Good headshot. Okay.
Commander?
Is this a sensor lock?
Gotcha.
A few missiles.
Aye, aye.
Alright.
What do you need?
Okay, what are my options for the Shadow Hawk? Ah. Those are my options for the Shadow Hawk. Jump them up there. And let's give them the AC-5 and the LRM-5.
Engaging target. Damn it.
Oh boy.
Awaiting orders.
Not sure why he decided not to fire. I am loaded with LRMs. Alright, let's give it our all before he kills my locust, right?
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Alright.
Waiting on you, Commander. Uh-huh.
Okay. Oh wow, it's really low, huh? 35%. 55%. That's a bit better.
Got it.
Headshot will work. Dang, I totally could have went for a knockdown too. I don't know what that was all about.
Standing by.
That might have been worth it, right? We're gonna find out.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Shadowhawk. Everything but the LRM. Let's give it to him.
Copy that.
All right. Not a bad tactic. He just totally smoked my mech that was sensor locking him.
Aye, aye.
I can't necessarily blame him for that. Well. Aha. Well, 3 meads. That didn't hurt all that much. What are my other choices? Nothing but the tree bucket. Okay. Well. Totally creamed my locust, man. That. It kind of stinks though, man. I prefer the trebuchet that's got the 2 SRM6s, or maybe I'm thinking about a javelin. I don't know. Either way it goes, that hit percentage is just way too low. Plus I'll get too hot if I fire both of the lerms, so I kind of don't have a choice. But it's in my best interest to at least move before I fire. So let's back up a bit.
Move order confirmed.
And give him a triple medium laser strike here.
Taking the shot.
Man, that was a really good tactic, taking out my freaking the locust that had him sensor locked. Speaking of taking out a locust, yeah. All right. Now we know what that means.
My armor's melting off.
Well, your armor's not gonna last long there, brother.
Standing by.
Mr. Blockade. Okay, are we talking about death from above here? No, that looks like a charge. What? How you doing? Well, no, screw that. I'd rather alpha strike him. He's coming off of this hill. That's going to be the worst thing for me. Of course, that didn't do much either.
Internal structure damage.
Yeah, I told you that armor was gonna
Awaiting orders.
start to fail, homie. Alright, well, he backed up, so I guess that means that I got a reason to use my LRM-15s. Man, that hit percentage is whack. Alright, that's cool. I can fire him this time and still not overheat, so let's go for it.
Giving them everything I've got.
Lit up the forest, I'll tell you that. And I haven't taken down any of their mechs, so that's just 2 of their 4. That's half of their lands.
Crap. That shot went internal.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Well, it ain't over yet. We'll thank goodness. Must be a hunchback with an AC-10 back there, huh? Like behind him, I can't even see him. Okay, we're gonna go with this time. Trebuchet or the Shadowhawk. Shadowhawk's always been kind of whack on the armament,
Yes,
man.
Commander.
Okay, yeah, I mean, that deals the most damage. Ooh, okay. Let's back off at least one LRM, right?
Target locked.
Probably could have backed up before I gave him that volley, but it's all good. I mean, it's just a matter of time now. Yeah.
Reporting. Internal damage.
Yep.
Ah, you bastards.
That's what I thought.
Aye, aye.
Yeah, come on, stand up.
I'm up. Let's go.
Man. I'm trying to spot a better place to attack from. I'm kind of coming up short. Unless I want to just abandon my trebuchet, but maybe splitting up ain't the worst thing. I don't know. I don't want to do that though. I can't even fire. I need to be able to shoot.
Up high.
Let's jump. Alright. Give this hunchback a tickle. Probably gonna miss with everything. Yeah, look at that. I got two mechs back there. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, man. Just because I know this game doesn't mean I'm good at it. I mean, heck, I wasn't even good at the tabletop. I just thought it was fun. Alright.
Commander.
Let's see. Oh, if this sucker had jump jets, that would change things a little bit. Okay, you know what? That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Oh, well, why not? Okay. Yep. Alright.
Battle mech power-up detected.
Okay, so we overheated, turn this mech back on. Shadowhawk's a little bit more mobile than these other cats. Maybe not, I don't know. So I'm not gonna go back up on that hill, that's a death trap. And it looks like they are in pretty good cover in that forest. Need to draw them out. Tell you what, how about this? Let's see how they react to this. That wasn't very fun.
Standing by.
So there's a hunchback standing right behind me. As if I would like that. Okay. I mean, I could keep running, or I could engage him, or I don't know. I had to guess, he's probably faster than I am. Yeah, that's the AC-20 variant. I don't want him behind me more than 5 seconds. Okay. Man. Alright, screw it. I'm just gonna keep running.
Moving out.
Like, I think I move faster than he does, so whatever. Okay, so obviously they view my trebuchet as more of a threat. Well, obviously, look at the armament on this Shadowhawk. See if I can get the Hunchback's attention. Okay. Let's give him a volley. I knew that was coming. Ouch.
I'm taking internal damage.
That's what happens when the AC-20s hit you.
Awaiting orders.
Well, I can't just keep this up. I gotta do something. Oh, I gotta move first. Okay. Well, alright. Then let's do it. Let's charge him.
Moving to position.
Dang it. Would have been nice if I knocked him down. Ooh, this is gonna be bad.
I'm being flanked.
Didn't need a crystal ball for that. So you know how when you're playing chess and all you got is a king and you're playing against somebody that's got maybe a rook and a knight and a queen left? That's how I'm feeling right about now. Well, screw it. I mean, I could run from the inevitable, or
Move into position.
I could fight, right? Shoot it all. Safe to say goodnight.
Standing by.
There you go. That's how you do it. All right.
Up high.
Down low. Bam! Oh boy. I did a death from above, but I'm gonna pay for it.
All units destroyed.
And there it is. It's all good, man. Plenty of time to get better at this game, right? Plus, it's gonna be a heck of a lot different playing against other people and possibly squadding up and doing some team type stuff. Can't wait to do that. Anyway, though, we have fun, a little skirmish, whatever. We'll be back for more later. I'll let you go, people. Glad you liked it.